parable to certain people who had convinced themselves that they were righteous and who looked on everyone else with disgust. Two people went up to the temple to pray. One was a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee stood and prayed about himself with these words: God, I thank you that I'm not like everyone else. Crooks, evildoers, adulterers, and even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week. I give a tenth of everything I receive. But the tax collector stood at a distance. He wouldn't even lift his eyes to look toward heaven. Rather, he struck his chest and said, God, show mercy to me, a sinner. I tell you, this person went down to his home justified rather than the Pharisee. All who lift themselves up will be brought low, and those who make themselves low will be lifted up. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Christ.
Please be seated. According to BBC News, Gunther III, a German shepherd, inherited $65 million when his owner, the late German Countess Carlotta Liebenstein, died in 1992. The humans who managed this doggy state eventually invested Gunther's money and turned it into $375 million, which was passed on to Gunther's son, Gunther IV. Gunther IV and his team of handlers have used the money to snatch up mansions and villas all over the world, including Madonna's. And now Gunther IV is actually considered the world's richest dog. According to Guinness World Records, the richest cat in the world is a black cat named Blackie, who inherited about $12.5 million in 1988 when his owner, Ben Rea, an antiques dealer, left a good portion of his fortune to his beloved pet. In his will, Rea left nothing for his family. He gave additional donations to several cat-related charities, instructing them to look after Blackie. Now, it seems to me that giving millions of dollars to animals is ridiculous. However, it does show that where your heart is, there your treasure will be also, which is a twist on Jesus' statement, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Why leave someone money? Why would someone leave money and wealth to an animal? I mean, do animals care anything about money? I will say that once, when I came home from vacation, I noticed a lot more rawhide chewed bones, fluffy toys, and squeaky rubber toys in my house. I later discovered while I was away that my dog had dressed up like me, gone to the bank, and cashed checks in my name. Aside from this incident, I've never heard of any animal caring anything about money. As a matter of fact, we are jealous of animals for the very reason that they don't care about money and wealth, whereas we are plagued with the money disease. People leave their fortune to animals who don't care about money because we love our pets. Most people, when asked if faced with the option of saving their dog, either their dog or a homeless stranger from drowning, most people say they would save their dog. So there you go. It all goes to show that where your heart is, there your treasure will be also. Most of us will do anything for our children because that's where our hearts are. We'll do anything for our children because we love them. Lord Laughlin and the Varsity Blues Gang paid exorbitant amounts of money and committed all sorts of crimes and told lies because they love their children. Now that's not an excuse. It's simply the truth. And probably the only thing which is keeping most of them out of jail for 20 years. All of us can relate to giving all that we have to our children to help them out. We all relate to that. I mean, this past summer, Janice and I went with our son Michael and his family on vacation in Amsterdam and some towns and cities in Belgium. And Michael's job as counterterrorism was stationed in Iraq for 4 months this past summer. For 4 months, he slept in a tent in the desert and worked in a Quonset hut for 14 hours a day from 2 p.m. to 4 a.m. He wanted and he needed a vacation. So we met him and his family in Amsterdam. We traveled around for 10 days, had a wonderful time. And most of the expense is our gift to him. It's just simply what you do when you love someone, isn't it? It's human nature to care for those closest to you. In truth, all of us have a series of concentric circles drawn around ourselves. These concentric circles, like ripples in a pond from a tossed stone, are the strongest the closer they are to the source. The ripples may radiate far and wide, but the closer to the source, the stronger they are. These concentric circles are our love circles. The further they go out, the less care they carry. It's the reason I paid for our son's European vacation and not yours or your daughter's. It's the reason I pledged to our church and not some other Episcopal church. All of you are my faith community. And I've been here a long time. And I've baptized your youngins. I've officiated at your weddings and buried your loved ones. I've laughed with you uproariously at some of our gatherings, and I've wept at your hospital bedsides as you receive bad news. I've eaten at your tables in your homes and consumed martinis at bars with you. You've helped raise my son and held me in your arms when I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. You actually listened to me each and every Sunday. Do you know how many people don't have anyone to listen to them? Lots of people. We're a faith community, a family of people who congregate together, not because we necessarily like everyone here, but because we love everybody here. We gather here because we choose to worship God through and in Jesus Christ in the Episcopal Church's tradition and understanding of Scripture. We've chosen this particular corner of God's kingdom in Granada Hills, California, first of all because of proximity, and most of us start here because we live close to here. But secondly, we stay here because we like the culture here, which is formed by the way we interpret and live out Christ in ourselves and in our corporate lives. And finally, because we do like most of the people here. This is home. We are a faith community that likes a smaller church community. I mean, if you attend here, you don't want a large church community. You like coming in and having people greet you by name, asking you how your week went, how's your family. You know, my graduating class in high school had over 700 students, and I know that many of you here have had even more in your graduating classes. I ran into people the last week of school whom I'd never even seen before my entire high school career. I've gone to only one reunion. This is because I don't know that many people there. I mean, I might as well go to Grant High School's 1967 graduation class reunion for all the people I know of mine. I wished I had gone to a smaller school. The nice thing about being a faith community of our size is that you will get to know just about everyone here. As a member here, you become a part of a closer to the center concentric circle of each person here. We are like family here. I mean, look around. People in this room, they have your back. I know, because it's common for people to come up to me and say, hey, you know, I haven't seen Herb lately. I haven't seen Joyce lately. Are they okay? Do you know what a treasure that is? Do you know how many people in life don't have anyone ask that question of them? We have that here, even if you do nothing more than sit in here every Sunday or most Sundays. And it doesn't matter your politics or your color or your gender. We all stand before this altar side by side, shoulder to shoulder, to receive the body and blood of Christ, regardless of group identity or age or sports affiliation. We do so here because we love one another. And by love, I don't mean romantic love or filial love, but community love. You're loved here because God loves you. And we love you because each one of you are a child of God. Flawed you certainly are, but so are we all. Hallelujah for that. We're all flawed, and we're all sinful. And yet we are loved even though, and because we are not perfect. There's a child of God embedded in each and every one of you. You know, last week Monica and Joaquin at the board shared their reasons why they give of their time, talent, and treasure to our faith community. And they shared about our church, they shared about our theology and the way we understand and love God and how we behave as we believe a God of forgiveness and a God of love wants us to behave. They said they actually leave here on Sunday mornings feeling refreshed and with joy in their hearts. What is the price of that? And if this were a MasterCard commercial, the answer would be priceless. Every other Sunday, I co-teach the youth class from grades 6 to 12. And we talk about all sorts of issues, but one issue we talk about is prayer. And I've shared the story with them of a woman I knew, and she had cancer, and she belonged to an evangelical church. And I visited her in the hospital one day, and I found her crying in her hospital bed. Her minister just left, and had just told her that if she had had enough prayer or faith in her prayers for healing, that she would be healed instead of lying sick with cancer in the hospital bed. If she only had enough faith. So it was her fault. She had cancer and was dying from it. That's just not right. In our youth class, we also talk about whether non-Christians go to hell. A few years back, one student shared how her teacher at a religious elementary school, had told her that her father, a non-churchgoer, was going to hell because he didn't believe in God. That is child abuse. Causes me to wonder, why do we pay exorbitant tuitions to send our children to local religious schools who teach them that gays are intrinsically disordered and that non-believers are going to hell, and yet we financially contribute very little or nothing here when we teach our children just the opposite? I think I understand about education, society's real God. However, just because a person is educated doesn't mean he or she is a good person. Church is about morality, it's about good behavior, it's about finding true meaning in your life. What's more important to you? Having your child be a good student or a good person? This is our church. It's our responsibility. When I was growing up, I had certain chores to do. Chores like mowing the lawn, shoveling snow, raking leaves, drying dishes, taking out the trash, feeding the dog. I didn't do any of these. And truth be told, I wasn't the best at doing any of them. But my parents were not the type that punished me for not doing my chores, or yell at me, or drag me out of bed on Saturday mornings, forcing me to do hard labor. They instead led by example and love. Their method didn't seem to be bearing much fruit, until this one time in the fall when our front and back lawn was blanketed in a rainbow carpet of multicolored leaves ankle deep. I was a young teenager at the time. Raking leaves is one of the worst chores because as soon as you rake leaves, more will get falling. So I procrastinated. Well, this one Saturday morning, I looked out our kitchen window on our large backyard, and there was my aunt. I lived with my mother and my aunt. And there she was out there raking leaves. My aunt, who took in my mother and me when I was an infant and gave us a home, worked full time, helped pay the mortgage, prepare the meals, and raised me although I was not her child. She was out there doing the arduous work of raking the leaves. And then it hit me. You self-centered little brat. You're sitting in the living room watching TV, eating breakfast that you didn't buy, on a couch that you didn't pay for, in clothes that were given to you, and then you plan on heading out to meet your friends while your 50-something-year-old aunt is out in the backyard by herself, raking leaves. You self-centered, unappreciative little brat. All this had been given to you absolutely free. You do next to nothing while others carry the burden of providing for you. And they do all of this for you simply because they love you. It was a woke moment in my life. My heart hurt. How could I have been so insensitive and ungrateful? And I went out and raked leaves. This incident was the beginning of the awareness of what it means to live with others and to love them as they love me. It was the beginning of the awareness that nobody owes me anything in life. It was the beginning of the awareness that I needed to give back because I had been given to so much. This is our community. This is our church. Ain't nobody gonna go rake the leaves around here unless we, who call this place our home, are going to do it. I will tell you, it's more important that each of you here at this point than it is if you contribute. I look out at many of you and I see my aunt out there in the back raking leaves. I want all of us in this place we call our spiritual home also to look out and see all of you who shared your time, your talent, and your treasure. I invite you for your sake to get up off the couch and come out and join in. Seek to give 5% of your gross income or 10% of your net. And if you're not able to do that, then give whatever you can with the goal of reaching these plateaus. Also, if you're really tight on resources, then pledge 10% of a typical work week, which would be 4 hours a week. Join the choir, read lessons, be part of the book club or contemporary prayer group, or visit those who are part of our church family and yet who are unable to attend church. Get involved. Share your gifts and your talents. But above all, for your sake, don't just sit on the couch watching TV. Remember, in the end, the amount of love you take is equal to the amount of love you make. And that's from Paul. McCartney, that is. And my version is, where your heart is, there your treasure